savory meals, and today I'm going to share with you one of my all-time favorite dishes that I make in my Instant Pot. It's the Instant Pot Mongolian chicken. It actually has great reviews. I always get emails from people, telling me that this is one of the easiest recipes that they have tried in their pressure cooker, and it's also not only easy, but it's like really delicious. It tastes like like a restaurant quality meal. Another great thing about this recipe is that not only you cook the main dish, but also I will show you how to make the rice at the same time. So you have the chicken and the rice ready at the same time, so you can just serve it and have dinner, and you don't have to worry about a side dish or anything else. To make it easy for you, you can just go to the blog. You can just bring up the Instant Pot Mongolian chicken on your phone, and you can follow the directions easily. So I'm gonna keep it here just for me, but the recipe is easy and you don't need like any complicated ingredients to make it. You basically need chicken, and you can use chicken breast, you can use chicken thighs. It's really up to you. Also, there is fresh ginger and fresh garlic, and these are two very important ingredients. They will actually give the chicken that beautiful and aromatic flavor. There is also brown sugar. That's what kind of makes it Mongolian chicken, because it has the deep sweet caramelly flavor. At the same time, we have soy sauce, so it's a little bit of salty, so it's the perfect combination of sweet and salty. I also have some carrots here, I have garlic powder, and I have red pepper flakes. So what I want to say is that I use both fresh and I use fresh garlic and also garlic powder. If you are not that much of a garlic person, you can just reduce it and only use the fresh one. I would definitely recommend the fresh over the garlic powder. And for the rice, I have this little pot here that I absolutely love, and that's the only way that I actually make rice in my Instant Pot. Otherwise, it kind of sticks to the inner pot, and I hate it. So even when I'm not cooking a pot-in-pot method, I still use this pot for the rice, and I link to it in the blog post, so you can easily find it and get it if you want. Okay, so let's start. I will and this meal is actually, you can make it two ways. You can saute the chicken first, which will give the chicken kind of that golden brown color. I don't know, lock in some of the flavors. But if you are in a hurry, what is great about this recipe is that you can just dump everything in the pressure cooker, put the rice on a trivet on top and cook it. So you don't have to actually saute the chicken, which I'm not gonna do today. So all you have to do is just add all the ingredients to the pot, and I will start with the chicken. So I'm just gonna add the chicken here. After that, I add the ginger. Also, it's very important to use fresh ginger. It adds extra flavor. I'm gonna add the garlic, followed by the brown sugar, followed by the garlic powder. And all these ingredients, they don't have to be, in the same sequence. You can just, dump everything. The red pepper flakes, you can add more or less red pepper flakes based on how spicy you like your food. The soy sauce, and after you add the soy sauce, I'm gonna add more liquid. So here you can use water, or you can use chicken broth. Chicken broth obviously will add an extra layer of flavor, which will make this dish even more delicious. But if you don't have any on hand, you can totally use veggie broth or water. And also add some carrots. I used 1 carrot here. You can add more. After you add everything, you kind of just give it a stir. So after you stir everything, now it's when you add the pot with the rice. So I'm gonna add the trivet first. You can use actually the trivet with the handles. That one is much easier to actually lift. And after that, I'm gonna add my pot, and here is 1 cup of rice. You can actually use 2 cups of rice, it's totally up to you. So it's 1-to-1 ratio, so I have 1 cup of rice, and I'm gonna add 1 cup of water. And I will also add a little olive oil. Give it just a gentle, stir. And once you're done with that, close. Next, you close the pressure cooker. Now, if you have an Instant Pot, you probably heard about high pressure and natural pressure release and quick pressure release. So for this recipe, we will do 5 minutes on high pressure, and after that we will just do a 10 minutes natural pressure release, which means that we will just let it cook after those, after those 5 minutes. We will just let it sit on warm for another 10 minutes, and the pressure naturally reduces inside the pot during that time. And when those 10 minutes pass, you just have to open the valve and let the remaining pressure release. So let's get this chicken cooking. So now that everything has cooked and the natural pressure has been finished, and also I did the quick pressure release, for the remaining pressure, everything is done. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna open the Instant Pot. And so the pot with the rice, it's gonna be a little hot. So you'll probably have to use kitchen mittens to kind of take it out. I left mine a few minutes to to chill, so it's not gonna be that hot. Just so I don't use mittens for this video. Okay, but basically you put it here. Oh, and the rice is actually perfectly done. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave it for a few minutes. For it to kind of finish steaming, and after that I'll use some forks to fluff it up. But in the meantime, what I will do, I will get out this trivet that we don't need anymore, and there are some chicken chunks that kind of stuck to it. So the final step to actually make the sauce, thick and shiny, so it coats that chicken evenly, so it doesn't look like it's a chicken soup, it's actually, we have to add some cornstarch. So what I will do, you have to choose saute, and I'm gonna start it on hot. And once it reads hot, what you have to do, it's really simple. You just have to mix 1 or 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with water until it's all combined, and there are no lumps or anything. And after that, you just add this mixture to the chicken and just give it a good stir. So you can see that the sauce has thickened. And when you see that, just turn off the pot. And what I like to do is to add some green onions. Yeah, just like that. So make sure you let the rice rest a little after it has been done cooking. I actually fluffed it up a bit, but you can see that it's perfectly cooked. It's not overcooked, it's fluffy. It just it looks really good. So just scoop a little rice into a plate and top it with chicken. Just add some of the cooked rice to a bowl, as much as you want. You can see that the rice is perfectly cooked. Just look at this, grain of rice there. It's so fluffy, they look so beautiful. They are not in any way, overcooked. They are not too sticky. It's really perfectly cooked rice. Next, add some chicken. like to add some extra green onions on top, just for, for the presentation, so it looks nice and bright. And also, I always keep on hand some sesame seeds. It adds a really nice touch to the dish. So my Instant Pot Mongolian chicken is really delicious. It has like amazing flavors. It's tender. And you can add your favorite veggies if you want. At the end you can press saute, and when you add the cornstarch you can add some broccoli or sweet peas, whatever you like, even like some mushrooms, I would think. So if you want to have extra veggies, just add like a salad on the side. All in all, the chicken is really good. It's tender. I really like the sweet and savory flavor. My blog name. One second. The brown sugar, it's not too much. It actually is balanced by the soy sauce and all the other ingredients, so it just adds just the right amount of sweetness, to make this dish like extra special. So I highly recommend it. It's also it's so good. Also, it's a success with kids. I'm actually gonna pack this for my kid lunch for tomorrow. He absolutely loves it. The recipe has actually great reviews. I hope you give it a try, and if you have any questions, just comment on this video or email me at sweetandsavory@gmail.com, sweetandsavorymeals@gmail.com, or just comment on this video with any requests or questions that you have. So you can find the recipe on sweetandsavorymeals.com. It's called Instant Pot Mongolian Chicken. Also, there is a link in this video for the recipe, so you can get all the details, so you can make this beautiful and delicious meal at home.